Horoscope for Aries, Friday, 3 April 2026. Welcome to CosmologicaLab. You feel that lightness in the air, Aries, as if the wind were blowing softly on your skin, clearing the clouds of the mind. Today, the cosmos embraces you with a fluid, harmonious energy that seems to flow from within to the outside. That creative spark that floats in the air manifests in you as an electrical impulse in your hands, thanks to the strength of Saturn and Neptune in House 1, two planets that, although traditionally symbolize structure and dreaminess, today align with you to remind you that discipline and imagination are two sides of the same coin. Your body, that temple you have built hard and sometimes even rigidly, seems to respond to this message. You are ready to integrate what you planned with your mind with the emotion of what you feel. But you notice a tension echo in some corner of your chest. That is the square between the Sun and Jupiter, a subtle reminder that not everything will be resolved with optimism, but with balance. Take a deep breath, let the muscles in your face relax, and start moving your feet, because today is not a day to stay still. It is to move forward with firm steps, though with an eye on what might challenge your plans. Taking this energy to the professional and financial terrain today, Aries, your mind and heart are connected to two different fronts. In House 2, where you keep your values and the logic of your decisions, Venus and Uranus are active. It's like you have a toolbox in which a brilliant tool, Venus, tells you that it's time to invest in something that excites you, while the other, Uranus, pushes you toward a sudden change, perhaps an adjustment in your finances that will surprise you. Imagine you're reviewing a budget. Suddenly, you find a hidden expense you didn't expect. House 8, run by Scorpio, your opposite, suggests there are financial secrets in your environment. But fear not, Aries. This energy is not to paralyze you, but to make you more detailed in your calculations and more daring in your decisions. Scorpio in House 8 warns you that you might find a tax issue or pending inheritance that requires your attention. But with Jupiter in House 4, your family or emotional base, there is an expansion here that also translates into stability. If you are at a work meeting, a boss or partner may surprise you with an innovative idea, Uranus. But keep in mind that Saturn at home asks you to maintain discipline as a pillar. The lesson of the day: don't ignore the unpredictable, but don't forget that the fundamentals are what sustain the changes. About your health and routines, the body is the first mirror of the soul. And today that mirror reflects a double-faced energy. Saturn in House 1, that planet that loves structure, and Neptune, that softens it with its mist, ask you to find balance between discipline and flexibility. Tired of following schedules? Today is a day to review your routines. If your House 6 is ruled by Virgo, you know that perfection is not a mistake, but a tool. Today, you may be tempted to skip a workout or eat something that is not ideal, but your body, with that strength of Aries, will remind you that small steps are key. Imagine that you are cooking. The sun in the house drives you to be creative, but Saturn tells you to measure the ingredients well. This tension is healthy. It is your body telling you that not everything is about acting with momentum, but planning with patience. If you feel a slight pain in your muscles or tension in your back, it is a sign that you need to stretch, not just physically, but mentally. Today's energy does not allow exhaustion. Every breath must be conscious, every movement intentional. If we look now at your heart today, Aries, the moon in House 7 asks you to pay attention to relationships, especially those that require dialogue. But it's not just any conversation. It's a dance where your partner or a close friend seems to be moving in two different bars. Jupiter in House 4, that planet of expansion, suggests that family or domestic emotions are involved. Maybe someone close to you is looking for support in you, or you in them, to solve a subject that's been under the surface. Pluto in the 11th house, that planet of profound transformations, indicates that the groups or friendships around you may be about to change. Don't be surprised if a childhood friend comes back into your life with unexpected news, or if a friendship you thought was solid suddenly asks you to redefine the border between you. The moon in house 7 also warns you, do not ignore the emotions that arise in the bonds. If you feel there is a knot in your stomach during a conversation, stop, breathe, and ask, what do you need now? I read in house 5 adds a touch of romanticism or creativity, perhaps a spontaneous flat or a gesture of affection that breaks the monotony. For your mental world and growth today, Aries, your mind looks like a river flowing between two banks, one of creativity and one of introspection. Mercury and Mars in the 12th house, especially for you, who have the moon in the 7th house, suggest that you need a moment of solitude to clarify ideas. Pluto at home 11 pushes you to leave behind old patterns in your groups of friends or in your long-term goals. Imagine that you are in your room with a book in your hand. Each page seems to contain a message that speaks not only of knowledge, but of transformation. Gemini in house 3 pushes you to communicate clearly, but with Leo in house 5, you may feel more likely today to express your individuality through a work, a project, or even a network publication. If you feel your mind is going to 1,000, don't force it to stop. Instead of turning off the noise, use the power of Mars to channel it into creative work. If today you feel you need to do a ritual, I propose an alchemy ritual based on the quadrature between the Sun and Jupiter. Write on a paper what irritates you today, especially in the financial or relations field, a debt, a tax, a pending discussion. Visualizing a white light dissolving it while repeating mentally, "This does not define my power, it only asks me to transform it." Then break the paper into small pieces and throw it into a bowl of water. It can be a glass, bowl, or even bathtub. Let the water take them down. Finally, pour the water into a plant or vessel with soil, saying, "May this energy become fertility for my growth." Wash the container with soap and water, feeling that the ritual has made your mind clearer. For today, I propose the orange color, the color of the sun. Use it as a reminder that every challenge is an opportunity to shine. A detail in your socks, a simple shirt, even a glass of juice at breakfast, can be that little act of magic that reminds you that today you are not alone. Today, Aries, you will find the strength to transform every challenge into a step towards your goals. Have a nice day, dear Aries. Subscribe to CosmologicaLab so you don't miss the next video. Give it a like if it resonated with you, and let us know in the comments what you thought. See you in the next video.